Wait, that's the wrong screen. Hello. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You're not saying good morning back. Good morning. That's what I do with my students every morning. I go, good morning. Good morning. I say exactly like that. Good morning. Good morning. Until my students all look back at me and go, good morning. And if they don't say good morning, I just keep saying it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Some of my students, I don't let them enter my classroom until they say good morning. I will literally block the doorway and say good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning until they speak. And then I leave. And then I move out the way. Hey y'all, what's good? Yes, we do have a Cyan. Howdy, howdy, hello, hello. Hi, Shadow. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Wave. Hi, Sayu. Hi, Retro. Hi, Agape. Hi, Bacon. Hi, True Ghosty. Hi, John. Hey, how y'all doing on this fine morning? I have to be mindful. I'm usually loud, but I have a dog in the house now, and she will be in this house for a few months, so I can't. She sleeps, so I don't wanna like bother her the whole time. So, which I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to tell y'all about my dog stuff because I was talking about it in main chat, but y'all know I'm a yapper, so like when I talk in main chat about something or like in any chat, I usually like talk and talk and talk, and there's like floor to ceiling text messages because I type really fast and I have a lot to say, and I know people don't be reading it. So you're usually napping now? Yeah, usually on a weekend I wake up at 10 or so, and then like eat something and then immediately start stream. But now that my dog goes indoors, I had to wake up a lot earlier to make sure she can go outside to go to the bathroom and then bring her back in and such. So I'm gonna have to, I can't sleep all day anymore on the weekends. Girls got to use the bathrooms. She'll be okay. My pupper will just ignore me. That's funny. What do you mean? Do you wish me a good morning? Or mean that it is good morning, whether I want it or not? Or that you feel good this morning? Or that it is a morning to be good on? What I mean is, you're going to say good morning, and it's going to be a good morning whether you want it to be or not. Whether you feel like it's a good morning or not, it's going to be a good morning. I don't care. I'm holding you hostage with a good morning. Good morning. What kind of dog? Oh, she a big German Shepherd. A big German Shepherd. At least when I get make a ruckus, it's a threat. I'm sure, yeah, my dog's gonna get used to me. But my dog also, she doesn't care about anything. I was doing a lot of weird stuff yesterday because I wasn't used to her being inside like that. I have for Halloween, my Halloween costume just came in. I'm gonna be a unicorn. So I dressed up in my unicorn outfit and ran straight up to her, and she just looked at me like, really? And I was like, girl, you don't care about anything. My dog does not care about anything, bro. You know, it's funny because like she's also not very sentimental either. Like, you know how dogs, when they haven't seen you for a little while, they get extremely excited. My dog has never been that type. Like, my dad took care of her for literally forever. He would play with her every single day. He went out there, took her for walks, all that stuff. He was like the main caregiver for her, and he did a really good job taking care of her. Yeah, he like came by to visit like a month or so ago after not seeing her for like over a month. And girl did not care. She looked at him, sniffed his hand for a little bit, had like a tiniest little tail wag, and then she ran off to do something else. I was like, this girl doesn't care. She had to get left overnight at the vet yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was not overnight, but she was there the whole day yesterday, basically, because they had to like give her this treatment and they had to like check up on her, make sure she was okay. Literally, they brought her out, you know, from the back, and I was like, oh man, she's gonna be so excited to see us. We're freeing her from the vet. No, they handed us the leash. Shadow looked at me, and then she immediately started walking towards the door. I was like, she didn't even say hello. She just said, I want to leave. Like, she's the most like, I mean, obviously she does love you, she does care, but she is the most like, okay, whatever kind of dog I've ever met. Why did that not make a sound for the bits? Anyways, thank you for the bitty bits. Thank you. Appreciate it. It be that way sometimes, does it? I've never met a dog that does that before. My dog is a tsundere. She is a nonchalant dog. Yeah, we are talking about your twin. Yeah, that's your twin, Shadow. Shadow the doggo. She's so cute. But yeah, I have bigger dog responsibilities now. So what happened, right, to give the full rundown, I took her to the vet. Oh my god, sorry, I almost died. Anyways, I took her to the vet, and because she's had heartworms. There's like 3 stages of heartworm treatment I'm learning. The first stage is like you give them some like pills every day. The second stage, they give you these injections. Oh my gosh, someone requested the marching band outfit. No one ever does that. Yeah. The second phase of the heartworm treatment is what Shadow's on now. And they give you these injections. They give the dog the injection. They stay there their whole day. Hey, Kendrick. And for the injection, the dog can't. After the injection, the dog can't move around too much, basically. Because their heart rate is not allowed to go up, right? She has to keep a low heart rate. If she gets a higher heart rate at all, it puts her at risk for literally dying, right? So to avoid that, now for the next 2 months, she cannot run, she can't jump, we can't take her on walks. All we can do is put her on a leash, let her go outside to go to the bathroom, and then bring her back in. And it's so sad because the dog, she's not going to understand that she has to rest because of her medication. She's just going to be like, man, these people must really hate me. They just keeping me in this tiny little area all day. And, you know, she was an outdoor dog this whole time, right? Like, my dad had raised her in the backyard, basically. We have a large backyard where she just roams free and does whatever she wants back there. We have a bunch of toys for her in that backyard, but that backyard's her home, right? She won't try to escape. If you open that gate, she'll walk out and walk right back in. That's a little house, right? Is that backyard. But now she can't roam free in the backyard anymore because of the heartworm treatment. Why do they get heartworms? I don't know. But I'm going to assume that because she's an outdoor... Hey, Middle Keys! I'm going to assume that because she's an outdoor dog, it makes it easier to get heartworms. I mean, they're worms, and they're outdoors, yeah? Yeah, that's all I can think of. I don't know. But now she went from having this, like, huge backyard to run around and roam in and do literally whatever she feels like in, to being stuck in a crate, right? Because this house isn't really dog ready. You know, I wasn't expecting to have a dog. I just have it. Hey, medics, what's good? What's good? Oh, hey, NC, how are you? So my dog... Sorry. So my dog, yeah, she has to be indoors now. She's not allowed to run. She's not allowed to jump. She's not allowed to exert herself at all. Her heart rate cannot go up or else she might die. So... since my house was not made for a dog to be running around in it, now we have to improvise, right? Because we can't keep her right in a crate for 2 months, right? That's cruel, and it's the same reason that when we first got her, she could hardly walk because her owner kept her in a cage her entire first month of her being born. So her legs were not used to walking, so she just couldn't walk. And I'm not going to do that to her again. That's terrible. So what we're doing right now, since she has all these accommodations that she needs to have, we're going to clear out a room, right, upstairs next to our bedroom, and we're going to cover the floor in some my dad said he wanted me to cover the floor in plastic painters tarp. And then I'm going to put mats and blankets over top of that so that she's not walking directly on the new carpet that we have. Because that's my parents were like, well, she can't go into rooms because she's going to mess up the new carpets we just put in. I'm like, well, we're worried about our dog. Hey, Shadow Club, we're at our dog more than we're worried about carpets. Yeah. So in order to keep him upstairs, my parents said I have to cover the floor. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm cover the floor with a little painters, plastic tarp, and I'm going to put blankets and stuff over top of that so that the carpet will always stay clean. I'm going to move her crate from downstairs by the door up into the bedroom. I'm going to buy her a bed and a cozier little crate arrangement, basically, so that she at least has a room to hang out in, right? I don't want her stuck in a crate for the next 4 months while she's recovering. So we're gonna put her in that room. We're gonna give her a little room to hang out in. I'm gonna put some stuff in there, put some toys and stuff, see if she'll like it, but her heart rate has to stay down. I'm also buying a dog gate, so that, you know, I don't want to shut the door. I don't want to shut her in there. I don't trust having a dog in a closed space, like if the door is shut. I think that's crazy. It's like shutting a door with your toddler, and, you know, dogs are big toddlers. I feel like I'm gonna come back and like she's gonna bite a hole in the wall or something. There are wires in that room. There's like a wire that goes through the wall. I was reading about these like covers that you could put over a wire that makes it like impossible for dogs and like animals to chew through. So I bought some like wire cover things so that she can't, you know, bite the wires and stuff that are in that room. Yeah, that's all I have. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. Ever thought of giving them one of those dog, you mean like those like sedatives almost? Welcome to the puppy parade, Dara. You make it like a sedative for doggos? I'm dressing up as Baldi's Basic for Halloween. That's cute. You don't like your dog? Why don't you like your dog? When I was 13, our family dog was put down due to age one day before my birthday, and the days followed were quiet. I'm 20 and I still miss him. Yeah, I've grown up with a lot of pets. I have. My dad always had dogs in the house. So but he had them as outdoor dogs. I never liked the idea of them being outdoor. And then once he gave Shadow in my care, I still didn't like the idea of him being outdoor, but I didn't, you know, we're not ready for like a dog, like an indoor dog. So I was like, I don't know what to do about that. It sucks. But now she has to be made indoors. Like there's literally no choice. So we're gonna emptying out our room, cause she can't, you know, she can't run around and do things. Could the wire cover thing work for humans? I have a habit of biting my cords on ass. Yes, it does. There's a little wire cord that like it's super thick, and then you just wrap it around like the cords, and it makes it super hard for like animals to chew through it. I don't think she would chew through it. Based on her tendencies I've seen outside, there's a lot of things that I don't think she'll do. For example, we're buying like a pressurized dog gate instead of like the gates that you like drill into the wall, because we don't want to drill holes into this wall. We don't own the house. I'm renting the house to my parents, you know, so I'm giving them money every month. I don't own the house. We're not drilling holes in the walls, right? So we're putting like a pressurized gate, but she's a big dog, right? If she were to like just try to like stand on it or push it over, she could easily close it. But at the same time, she doesn't do that. Like if I open the door of her crate, for example, if I unlock it, she'll wait until I open the gate, like the cage. You know, she would literally wait until I open it myself, even if it's cracked and she could easily push her head to open it. She won't do that. Same thing in the backyard. If I open the gate, I unlock it. She watches me unlock it, but she waits for me to open it. So I don't think it'll be a problem. I don't think she'll try to like knock over the gate or open it or anything. Hey, Shira. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Q-Boat. Make sure to have the puppy pads all. Yes, that's what I'm going to have. I'm going to have puppy pads all over the floor that she's going to be in. The whole floor is going to be covered with something since it's a carpeted room. And it's new carpets and my parents don't want it to get messed up. So we're going to have a cover of like plastic painter's tarps, what my dad said. And then on top of that, the puppy pads and blankets will go up there. It'll probably be a mixture of blankets and puppy pads. She's not destructive though. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in that backyard that she could tear at. Like we literally have like a little like outdoor like cushion thing to sit on. She's never like bit at it or tore at it, so I don't see her like trying to tear through blankets and stuff. So I bought her a cozy mattress. I'm gonna buy her a cozy dog bed for that room as well, because I don't think it'll be a problem. You haven't slept in 26 hours. Go to bed. Take some melatonin. What do I know about? I don't know anything about that bacon. My neighbors have 2 giant mastiffs. Huge. From talking with you last night on Discord, it sounds like everything will be okay. I hope it'll be okay, man. I've been thinking about this dog situation all day yesterday. Usually I take a nap at like 5 o'clock, but I didn't. I literally sat there brainstorming what to do with my dog, literally from the hours of like 5 o'clock when we first got her, and I talked to the doctor all the way up until I went to bed at 10 o'clock. And then I called my dad and had to do a lot of persuading with him because he was like, my new carpet. I'm like, the carpet will be okay. We can work around your new carpet. Okay? And I told him what the vet told me, because I told the vet, I said, my dog's an indoor dog. And she was like, you gotta weigh the pros and the cons. I mean, she was like, I feel like the the pros of keeping her indoors outweighs the cons, so figure something out is basically what she told me. And I repeated those words back to my dad. And so that's what I told him. I had to convince him so bad. I was like, okay, so you just want your dog to die because of your new carpets? Okay. He was like, no, I don't want that. I said, okay, then we gonna have to put her in a room. And he was like, well, and I was like, okay, but the other option is she stays in a crate for 4 months. Do you want her to only lay in a crate for 4 months and only leave to go to the bathroom? And he was like, no. And I was like, yeah, you got any other options? And he was like, you can leave her in the backyard. I said, no, she's literally not able to run or jump. Her heart rate cannot go up at all. At all. And he was like, yeah. Because at first we have like a smaller gate inside of our like large backyard. So we have like a big gate to close out the backyard, and we got a smaller gate inside of it. And he was like, you can put her in the smaller gate. I'm like, she's still gonna run around and chase things out there. And then she'll die. So I don't like it. I find it crazy though that there's literally medications for a sickness that literally is like, you must not move or else you die. Like what? Is there like a human version of that? Do people have medications like that? Because I've never heard of anything like that in people. And then my dog gets sick and they're like, she must rest or else. What? For a dog? You know how active my dog is? You know how active girl is? Girl runs around, chases everything, all day, all night long. And she's a dog. She's not gonna understand. Hey, Ranger. She's not gonna understand at all. And I feel so bad. She literally stands up and starts pawing at like the crate door because she wants to go back outside. And I'm like, I'm sorry, baby, you can't go out there. Then when I take her out here, I gotta put her on a leash just so she can go to the bathroom. I had to drag her right back in. She'd be so unhappy. A lot of medication like that just severely restrict what you can do. I guess you could say that. Time for your once a while no followage complaint. Hey, followage was added like a year ago. Followage should work. If it doesn't work, I don't know. It might be broken, but it was added. You like cats? You like cats too? I can't have a cat. My mom is deathly allergic to cats. So if we ever got a cat, she would not be able to come over. Yeah, Ranger. Yeah, I got followage fixed. Yeah. Shout out Bright and B with the song. Sure, I love songs. What about snakes? Oh, I do like reptiles. I love reptiles so much. They're so cool. There's actually a lot of reptile conventions that happen around where I live, and we've been to one. And they have more than reptiles. So they have like tarantulas and stuff that you can buy as well. So black pepper, cyan pepper. Your new game? What does that mean? I don't know what to complain about anymore. You can complain about my teeth. They're too pointy. The too pointy teeth. I got too many pointy teeth. I like snakes. They're friendly sometimes. You know what? Where's Panda? Panda, he's probably working. Panda's employed now. I don't know if you know this. He's either dancing, like to get money, he dances, or he's working at his new job. So I'm OG. You're basically Unc for my channel. You sure are. You're like the original like 10 followers, next to like Kira and Gabriel, who hang out around here sometimes. Tortoise is my top 5 reptiles. I like bearded dragons. Bearded dragons are really cool. Bearded dragons, and they have like little outfits for bearded dragons. You can literally dress one up if you wanted to. I really like that. But yeah, I gotta get used to. Hey, Christian, I gotta get used to having an indoor dog. I don't know what to do. I've never had an indoor dog before. She's like been outside for literally 9 years. She's almost 10. She's been an outdoor dog for 10 years. What is she gonna do as an indoor dog for like the last few years of her life? It's gonna take her forever to adapt to it. At least she's potty trained though. I will say she's potty trained. She will not go to the bathroom indoors at all. At the vet, she literally held her bladder, and as soon as we stepped foot outside, she went a lot. That girl was holding that in for a long time. She knows better than to go to the bathroom indoors. She won't go to the bathroom in her crate. She won't go to the bathroom on the floor, I've noticed. So at least the bare minimum, she's potty trained. Hey, Constellation! You're gonna listen to your music? Have fun. How many little kids do you have punted this fiscal year? In my classroom, I have 17 this year. Last year I had 18, I think. And then the year for that I had 19. So I guess it goes down by one every year. Hey, Mafu! Good morning, good morning, good morning! Good morning, good morning! It goes down every single year, man. Every single year I go down by one student. But it's still the beginning of the year. They could always give me a random student at a random point in the middle of the year. Like they did my first year. They gave me a student my first year at in February. Who she was a really good student though. She was super helpful, but she did not speak any English at all. Ooh. And having kids who don't speak English in the beginning of the year is a lot easier because they all learned English together. So by the end, they're all speaking it. But when you have it in the middle of the year, you know, they're not going to pick up the language as quickly. So they just kind of, everyone else around them speaking English and they don't. So it's a little harder. But then you also have a lot of good translators too. Like I look and I'm like, hey man, can you tell her to do this? And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. I have a kid in my classroom who's my translator. And she does a good job sometimes. And other times I'm like, what did he say? And she goes, I don't know. That's what she did. I don't know. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? And she's like, I don't know what he said. I'm like, could you hear them? I said, yes. Okay. My friend Kat said you're a wonderful streamer to start Twitch with. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You're so kind. Welcome to the puppy parade. Well, out of 17 children, how many have you drop kicked? Hey, FaZe, how are you? Out of all 17 of my kindergarten students, which have I drop kicked any yet? Maybe just one. Maybe one got drop kicked in the beginning of the school year. He kept running away from me. And I was like, boy, it's so crazy how a kid will run away from you on the first day of school. You don't even know what the school is like. Where are you going? You're gonna run away from me and then quickly realize you're lost and don't know where to go. Like, the nerves. Like, how are you that bold to run away from the only adult that in an entire building that you've never been in before? I would never be that bold. I literally would never. Like when I was a kid, I wouldn't dare walk away from an adult if they told me to go. Cause I do. I was like, I don't know where I'm going. I would try to keep it with my teacher and my classmates so much because I was afraid of getting lost in this school. Yet these children, day one, I don't want to listen to you anymore. And they start running down the hall. I'm like, where are you going? Where are you gonna go? You don't even know where you are right now. Yes, guys, please make sure you check in with the redeem. Check in the stream so I know you're there. Yeah. But yeah, my job's going well. Other than this past week though. So I got sick with the stomach virus this past week, right? So because I work with kids, I get sick all the time. I got the stomach virus on Tuesday. It was literally the middle of the day. It was 10 o'clock. I just picked up my kids from lunch and I just could not move. Hey King, I literally was sitting in my chair. I put all the kids on the iPads. I said, just go on your iPads, please just go on your iPads. And I sat at my desk dying, going to the bathroom and then coming out of the bathroom and going to the bathroom, coming out of the bathroom. And at some point, the teacher next door was like, are you good? And I was like, I don't think so. And they were like, she's like, I'm going to call the front office for you to let them know what's going on. I said, okay. Yeah, I ended up going home early that day. I saw a clinic because we have a clinic on my elementary school's campus. A lot of schools started to have clinics, actual adult and kid clinics amidst COVID concerns. So they started adding clinics on school campuses. So my school has one, so I can be seen at them at any time for a few dollars, right? So they sent me there, said I had the stomach virus, and I went home. And I was absent all the way until yesterday. So I left home early Tuesday and I didn't come back until yesterday. Tell me why, when I was absent, people were losing their minds. every single time I'm absent as a teacher, I come back and something has just gone horribly wrong. And it's not usually horribly wrong, it's usually like a minor inconvenience that gets stretched way out of proportion. Like, way out of proportion. It's so bad. This time, it was over some QR codes. QR codes. So, mind you, these kids on their iPads, right? They go on their iPads and they log into an app by scanning a code, right? Because they're not old enough to type in a username and password. So to get around that, kid apps have codes to scan. Almost all kid apps that you can use at school have QR codes. So I had QR codes taped to the kids' desks for when we were in the classroom, but I didn't really have anything in place for, let's say, if I was absent and the kids get dispersed to a different classroom. And I didn't really have like any codes that were mobile that they could bring with them. So come Thursday, I'm absent. My kids need to go on their QR codes, but they can't because they only have the ones taped to their desk. What do you think the solution to this problem would be, guys? Kids have their iPads, but they don't have scan codes. What do you think would be a good solution to this? The teacher's not here. You have we don't have QR codes that they need to log in. What do you think the solution would be? I want to know what y'all opinion is. Because I guarantee you the solution is probably not what you think it is. Just quit, though. Quit over a QR code? That'd be such a silly reason. Well, whatever you're thinking, the solution, no, is not to just quit. Also, hey, Banana. The solution that they chose, right? Here's a lot of possibilities, right? They could have sent me a message and asked me to like email them the codes for the kids. That could have been an option. They could have put them on a different app. I mean, there's more than one. There's also websites that are free and educational that we all are very aware of. There's a lot of different little things that they could have done. They could have given them like a worksheet to do instead for that time frame. No, they didn't pick any of those options. You know what option they picked? They ripped the QR codes off of the students' desks, right? Which was annoying to hear about, but it was whatever. But what came next was I got an email from the principal. They told the principal on me that I didn't have QR codes that were mobile. We just telling the principal anything, aren't we? I was like, y'all are crazy. Y'all are actually crazy. We gonna go straight to the principal because I didn't have cards printed out. Huh? Just put them on a different app. Hey, Salvador. just put them on anything else. And like, this isn't the first time that's happened either. I had the same issue happen last year because they couldn't find a math worksheet. I got a really nasty email last year when I was absent for not leaving behind adequate sub-plans, not having the proper materials left behind because they couldn't find a singular math worksheet that was exactly where I said it was. It was right there. I walked in the classroom with the admin and I said, it's right here. I said it was right here. It's right here. Look at that. Hey, Rady, how are you? So yeah, I don't know. Being a teacher, every single time I'm absent, I feel like something just doesn't go right. Welcome to the puppy parade, Salvador, and it's so crazy to me. It's literally insane. Welcome to the puppy parade glitch. It's literally insane. We go into the principal over some QR codes, and mind you, the person who actually told the principal, that person is like already my boss basically. So like imagine, so let's imagine like your manager, right? Imagine you forgot to print like a QR code, and instead of like going on a different website, your manager decides to go to the CEO to tell them that you didn't print this one thing. You know what I mean? Like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just say, hey, Cyan, make sure that you have some codes when I return. And I'd be like, oh, okay. Instead of like going to the principal and being like, going all the way to the tippy top about some QR codes. 6, 7. I don't know why you guys type that, but you know, my kids usually don't pick up on like trends like that. But for some reason, 6, 7 is going around. One day during recess time, the entire playground was chanting 6, 7, 6, 7, like all 40 kids, because it was 2 classes. All 40 kids were chanting 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. I mean, we talk about that, like 6, 7, and how annoying it is, but at the same time, we also had it was 9 plus 10, 21. That's all it is. 6, 7 is like this kid's version of our 21. We say that all the time for no reason. Come from YouTube. I like your videos and shorts. I subscribe to you channel. My favorite video is the roleplay. Wait, you liked my roleplay ASMRs? I feel like people don't be liking those videos. I plan on putting out some more ASMRs, but I gotta get my wallet up, low-key. I paid for an editor. Someone edited the that one and the beach ASMR, and I've been meaning to go back to him to edit some of the other, because I have other scripts. I have 3 other scripts I need to read. But I need to get my money up, bro. I'm broke right now. I'm rebranding, which is causing me to be broke. I have spent so much money on a rebrand. You guys don't understand. Like, you'll see it when the rebrand happens next month. But I have spent so much money on a rebrand. It's insane. I'm a little broke right now. We okay. We okay though. Found your channel due to NYU. Is NYU? You would not survive one specific person from the Discord channel. Oh. Back in my day, we had 21. We did. We did. My favorite dog person, Cyan. Oh, I'm your favorite dog person, King. Why would I need mobile codes if I have a classroom with codes? Yeah, I mean, technically, they also could have gone in the classroom, scanned it, and came it right back. I mean, that was also an option, but you know. I don't know. But yeah, I never really thought about having like a mobile code, because we haven't needed it. No one's mentioned, hey, make sure you have these codes on like a card or something, because we haven't needed to take them outside the classroom, so they are only in my classroom. And they got angry at me for that. Oh, well, you got... I've noticed that like communication at my school is really bad, and like they'll get mad at you about things that they haven't told you about. Like they never said, hey, make sure like you have extra codes for when you're absent. They just said, hey, you need to put the kids on this app. And I said, okay, so I've been putting these kids on the app. That's what I've been doing. You need budget cuts? Go back to OG model and OG equipment. Why would you want that? You were there when my streams were moving at 2 FPS. You were literally there for the OG streams. Why would you want that? Is this model not 10 times better? Is my computer not like functioning now? Like, I don't understand. Ranger was literally around in my first year of streaming when I had that laptop, that really, really old laptop. It was a, it had an NVIDIA GeForce 840M in it. If you don't know what an 840M graphics card is, it's because it's really old. Like, it's like a 2014. It wasn't even a good 2014 card. It was a old 2014 card. It was like a low to mid-tier 2014 card, and I was using that to stream in starting in 2021. So 2014 is old. Yes, that was over a decade ago. Should I show you a flaw, yay or nay? Yeah, sure, I'm down. OG Cyan equals, oh, my PC meme. Yeah, it wasn't funny when I had to spend 30 minutes setting up my streams because it took that long just for the apps to open and for my computer to boot up. And then my stream would crash a lot because of it, and then I would have to restart my PC, my laptop, and it would literally take another like 30 minutes for it to restart and boot up and open the apps, and then I hit start streaming, and it take quite a few seconds for it to start streaming. It was funny. Oh, I'm sure it was. Hey, Aaron. Everybody got the Sonic badge except for me. I didn't know you could get a Sonic badge. I want one. Can I have? But yeah, it was a lot funny. You come from a long time ago. Oh, I see. Okay. Wave, I love how you keep showing up to streams so often and still remain helpful regardless of what time it is for you. Yeah. Compliment from Wish. Sure. That works. 2025 was 0 years ago. Facts. Facts. I also don't think people realize, like, people don't know that I used to be an artist because I haven't done art in such a long time. But there was the longest time where I used the model that I myself like made. Like I drew a model, I separated all the sections of it, I shaded it, I went through the whole thing. And I only got rid of that model last year. Like a lot of people don't know that I used to do art things too. I don't know how I feel about that. Like I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna draw this. People like, you can do art? And I'm like, should I feel offended? I mean, I don't know. But like people just genuinely don't know anymore. Because I haven't done art in a long time. I haven't done art in a very long time. I started getting better at it. Like there's a point where like I was getting better and better at art every time I drew something. Then I just kind of stopped. So yeah. Much cheaper redeem than an actual compliment. Yeah, but one comes from the heart and the other one comes from reading a text box. Didn't name myself expecting to be a copy. A long before time had Cyan okay, hold on, let me reword what you're trying to say right now because you're confusing me. A long time ago, Cyan was an Apex streamer and inspiring VTuber in the game. She was a long time ago, Cyan was an aspiring VTuber who was an Apex streamer, and her gamer tag was different than it is now. That's the best way I can reword that to make that sentence make sense. Yes, I used to be Silverez. Yes, I was Silverez. That's my gamer tag on everything until, honestly, I only went back and changed everything away from being Silverez like a year or two ago. Yeah, it was Silverez. I combined the word silver and princess to make Silverez. That's what I was before Cyan. But then when I became Cyan, I wanted to start over anew. I didn't want to be associated with my old accounts anymore because I was scared that like maybe I had like said or done something as Silverez, and I was really paranoid. But like when I was Silverez, I was like a kid, so that was like my kid name, you know. And then I became Cyan. Cyan is like Cyan is my adult name, I guess you could say. So if you ever come across anything from Silverez, just know I was a kid when it happened. All right, don't flame me too much. How was your day? Hey Jarvis, my day's going good so far. Difference is a cost in 2.3k points. Yeah. If you had a Minecraft server, I could tell it would be interesting. I had a Minecraft server and it was up for about 6 months. I killed it in August because not enough people played on it. I played on it for a while because Minecraft is one of those games I play in doses. You know, like I play Minecraft for like a week or two, like every day for like a week or two, and then after that, like I stop playing, and I come back to it, and then like a month from then, and yeah. But since I wasn't playing on it consistently, other people weren't playing on it, and it became a whole thing. So I had to kill it because it was costing money every month to host, but no one was playing on it. I had a server. It was my VTuber group server too, so it was a combination of everybody's things. I did have one. My kid username was just doxing me. See, I was smart enough not to dox myself. However, I went through a lot of different name changes. I had a name when I was younger that I didn't realize had any implications in the name until I kept having like people like DM me with my character, and they'd be like, "Hey, so I heard you like this," you know, type of thing. And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because I was like 11 with my little username. I kept getting like really inappropriate and weird like DMs from like older people, and I couldn't figure out what it was until one person who like I was talking to in the game, I was like, yeah, I keep getting these weird DMs from these people. I don't know why they keep doing that. Like, why am I getting these weird inappropriate like DMs? And she was like, oh, your name is like blah blah blah. You didn't realize that this name is like not a good name to have? And they were like, And I was like, wait, my name is like inappropriate? And they were like, kinda. It has like really big implications. That's why you're getting these like inappropriate DMs. And I was like, it is? To this day, I think back to the name that I used to have, and I don't see that, like, as an adult now, I don't even see the implications in it. I really think people were just really stretching it, honestly. I mean, I can kind of see it, but it's not like it was an egregious thing. Like, I feel like people were really just stretching or just really desperate, because my username when I was a kid was not that bad. They treated it like it was. Should at some point do a Minecraft-based tour stream on Discord? That'd be fun. Well, yeah. If people are interested, yeah. I would do the same exact thing, except add XX at the beginning and the end of word. Oh yeah, that made it extra cool. I will say, my epic game name right now, because I haven't really changed. I mean, I just changed it when I tried to stream Fall Guys, but before I did that, it was Silver Silencer. Because at some point, I went through a small phase, not a big one, but I had a small phase where I was like, Silverez sounds too cute. Welcome to the Bubby Parade, Duck. I was like, Silverez sounds way too cute. And you know what? I'm not cute anymore. So my name's gotta be Silver Silencer. Which, honestly, it's not a bad name. It's not a bad name. I do think Silver Silencer sounds kind of cool. Low-key, to this day, it still sounds kind of cool. But yeah, I did go through a phase where I was like, Silver S, that's too pretty and dainty. I can't have that. Because I'm too cool now. I'm too cool for that. I'm Silver Silencer. That'd be funny. That was my VTuber name. My name is just Silver Silencer all the time. Because there's emo boy XX or something like that. Yeah, everyone did that back then. Had like the uppercase X and then the lowercase X. Not curious what the username was. It wasn't anything bad. I mean, to me, it wasn't anything bad. Still to this day, I look back on it, I'm like, it's not bad. I really think people were just stretching for it. But there's a lot of really weird, inappropriate people on this, like, really old MMORPG game that looked kind of bad. It was really funny. I wish I could describe you the inappropriate things I came across up there that are really funny in context because of how bad, like, the game, like kind of was and looked and stuff. But you know, I can't really go into detail in the stream about it. You just gotta trust me, man. There's some weird stuff in there. Username these days always involves war. It would be the coolest name on Twitch. It probably would be. I avoid the XX stuff. I did too. I never did that thing either. What was it about? I don't know. It did just make it just made it look cooler, I guess. We couldn't have like brackets or anything, you know. I don't know. So we had to make it look cooler in our own way. Same reason why I got the little brackets around Yip Yap Mornings. You know, it looks cool. If this happened years ago, it would have been uppercase X, lowercase X, Yip Yap Morning, and then again. That's what it would have been if it was like, if this was like, how many years ago? Maybe like 10? Maybe 10 years ago? I used to be a little menace though. I've said it before. I was not a good person as a teenager. I was like, really... I'm gonna say kind of mean. When I was a teenager, I thought that like trolling people was like the funniest thing ever, which is why to this day like people try to troll. Hey Dad VA. Yeah, I'm winning. To this day, people like when people try to troll me in my chat, for example, or like in the comments, I don't necessarily get bothered by that. Because I was the troll. That was me. I was on the other end of that. When I was a teenager, I used to troll people. I was like, especially when around like 15 or 16. I think 16 was like my peak years of just going in comment sections and saying the most out of pocket thing possible because I thought it would be funny to get a reaction out of them. That was my sense of humor as a teenager. I was so not nice, which is so funny to think back on it now, because now I'm over here like a VTuber who's like, I want to spread positivity and make everyone happy. And then like a million years ago when I was a teenager, I was over here like causing problems on purpose because I thought it was funny. Isn't it crazy how much you could change? Honestly. Teenage me was on a watch list for my school for self-safety concern reasons. I was in special education, so I understood people. Born without some emotions with autism and other things, yeah. You were rage baiting before we had a term for it? Yeah! No, literally, that's what I did. That's genuinely what I did. You want to spread positivity? Yeah, me too! Hey, Paige! My first username was made when I thought weed was cool, and I was a huge fan of XX and it created a really bad user for 11. Oh, I'm sure for 11 to 12-year-old. How? Yeah, I'm sure. What's good? How is everyone again? I'm good. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, Mustaha. I'm good, game. How are you? How are you? We're talking about old usernames and how I was a teenager. You know where I used to do most of my trolling at when I was in early high school? I want to say early to mid high school. When I was like 16 or so. iFunny. iFunny. I used to troll so hard in iFunny. I would go in the comment sections of that stupid app and always say the most out-of-pocket things. I would defend the worst YouTubers on the planet. Not intentionally, of course. I didn't... Okay, when I was a teenager, I used to follow some really terrible people, but I couldn't see that they were terrible. You know, to me, I was like, everyone makes mistakes. You know, I grew up watching Hannah Montana. Everyone makes mistakes. That's what I figured. So I would like follow like these like YouTubers that were notorious for really bad things and being horrible people. And I would like wholeheartedly defend them because I was like, one mistake should not define you. Even though like the mistake would be like the worst thing on the planet. Oh yeah, I used to be in the comment sections, rage baiting, causing problems, saying the most out-of-pocket things for no reason, just to get a reaction. I would defend the worst YouTubers on the planet, like the absolute worst of the worst peoples. I would be like, oh, haha, this is my friend. Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh! It was Dealer that got me to a few DMs. Yeah, I bet it did. When I was little, I'm 11 and my username is my real name. It's gonna be so wrong. Yeah, you probably were gonna be wrong. I never had my username as my name. I learned that really early on, like not to have a username as your name. So when I made my first account, I never did. I think the most I ever did, I think my first account, I might have done like an abbreviation of like my first name, just like cut it in half or something. But I think that's as far as I ever went. I don't think I ever put my like actual name or something. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, Bendy. Can't complain, just a little bored. I've been using my username E8 game for everything since I was 8 and I'm 15. Oh wow, that's a long time. Google Plus? No. iFunny is ancient? Yeah, it is. I understand defending horrible people then. How about 22? You were an edgelord? Yeah, I was. I also was going through an emo phase. Fun fact, when I made the design of this model, right? Of my Vtuber design, I was actually just coming out of my emo phase, right? I had like just gotten off of antidepressants like the year prior. I was starting to feel happier, but I was still skeptical about things. So I was happier than I was before, but I was still a little sad about things a lot, and I was going through it. I was coming out of my emo phase. So to attribute my emo phase, you know, just as a tribute to my emo-ness, I wanted the hair to cover the eyes of my model, specifically as a tribute to the emo stuff that I like. That is the only reason the hair on my model covers my eye, was because I was coming out of my emo phase at the time, and I thought it would be cool to do kind of a tribute to that in my model. That is why I have hair covering my eye, and you don't really see that often in the VTuber community, yeah? Hey Noir, how are you? I rocked the early 2000s emo cut until 2022. Luckily, my mom never let me dye my hair. Y'all wanna hear something funny? Sorry, what's that noise? Is that my dog? I think my dog just whined really loudly. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I'm sorry, I'm not used to having her in here. You wanna hear something funny though? Dang, I forgot the funny. My dog distracted me. No. What were we talking about? I need to jog my memory. You're talking about hair. 2000 email cut to 2022. I said that my model had the hair covered that I know. Oh, I lost the funny. What was it about? Yeah, the funny ain't coming back, y'all. I'm so sorry. It's not funny no more. There ain't gonna be no more funnies. Oh my gosh. I'm so upset about that. I had like a whole story I was gearing up to tell. And now I don't remember. But I'm sure it'll come back to me eventually. But yeah, I did go through an emo phase. I did go through an emo phase throughout high school. I would listen to like the heaviest emo. Oh wait, okay, I remember now. I was in a group chat. I remember the funny. I was in a group chat, right, in high school of all like emo people. You know how I met the email like group? I met him on iFunny. Like I saw like a band post of like Pierce the Veil, you know, it's one of the emo bands, and I commented in the comments, and we started like this really weird role playing like back and forth between like the post, like the person who made the post and me, and we started like role playing in the comments as the band members. I know, really cringe, right? And from there they were like, I like you. You should join my Kick group chat. Yeah, you haven't heard that from a while. They're like, you need to join my Kick group chat, right? So I did, right? And in the group chat, everybody were like role playing as different band members. For example, like Vic from Pierce the Veil, or Kellen Quinn from Sleeping with Sirens. We all had like a band like profile picture of like one of the band like members from a band we liked, and then we all had like the name, like that's how we knew each other. We were just that person. That's how we knew each other. It was so weird. But I remember asking them, like I remember getting kind of insecure after a while, because I'm black, right? And how many emo black people do you see? How many emo black people do you come across? Like think about it. How many emo black people did you come across in the time when emo was at its peak? Not many, right? I remember literally going in that group chat. Quite many. You came across a lot. I didn't come across a single person. I literally remember going into that group chat and asking the people in that group chat, is it okay that I'm here because I'm black? Do black emo people exist? Is it okay that I'm a black emo? Bro, I used to ask that question all the time. It's so awkward. It's so awkward. Is it okay if I'm a black emo? I said emu. I'm a bird now. I'm a black emo girl. Ooh, that's literally, I asked that question so many times. That is so cringe. You didn't go through an emo phase, game? How? I went through one. I'm gonna change the username and cost 1K Robux. My friend gifted me 3K for my birthday. Oh yeah, that's fun. I was never an emo, but I would get into fights whenever I was annoyed, which sucks because I tried to be nice. Oh, I never fought somebody. See, I'm really scrawny and thin. If I were to fight somebody, I would be the one suffering, not them. And it would not end well for me if I were to fight somebody, yeah. And I don't in particular feel like getting beat up on any day of the week. So I simply decided not to. Yeah, I don't want to get beat up. May I ask if you have a story behind your character? Like how Cyan came to be? I don't know. I went through a lot of changes. I just knew when I first created my Vtuber design, I knew that I wanted to be a dog girl because I love dog girls. And I really like the color blue. I was going through a blue phase. I was like everything has to be blue. I was going through a phase like that. So I made a little sketchy sketch design of my character. I have the old design somewhere. I have to look for it, but I do have like the original sketch design. Hey Panda, you know people were Shadow was asking about you earlier. They were like, "Where's Panda?" I was like, "He's probably working." But anyways, Yeah, I have the original design somewhere. It looks a lot different than what I had now. Right now I have like, I mean, you can see, I'm not gonna describe it, but like the old design, I had like blue, more like a teal colored hair. And then the ears were actually like a gray color, like an actual husky. But over time, it became I'm just a husky with blue hair, and then it turned into I'm a husky with blue and white hair, and then it turned into I'm a husky with blue and white hair with 2 different colored eyes, which turned into I'm a marching band husky. I went through a lot of changes in the 4 years. I started with a pretty like bare bones simple design and kind of just went there. Not the screaming husky. Ah! What's wrong with being a husky? You gonna get written up from this panda? Oh, that's crazy. You can't write people up. Really? I would never have been a crash out, bruh. Trying not to make a joke of a certain subject. No, I got you. I get it. I get it. Also, hi, Next. How are you? Just terrify myself. Do not look up Robert the Doll, bro. It's scary. His origin is dark. Oh, I don't look up creepy things, so I'm good. You don't have to tell me twice. You don't have to tell me twice. Also, guys, make sure you check in. I have a lot of people here who haven't checked in. It's a redeem. It's a redeem. Do the check and redeem. If you get 10, you get a free stampy stamp. Blue husky, interesting. Yeah, I'm blue and white husky. Blue and white husky. Think you know how huskies are black and white? Just change one color. Just change the black to blue, and that's me. I'm a blue and white husky. I want it to be. There's a time. Now, what I was undecided about was the type of dog I was going to be when I first made my design. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, Beck, because I like German Shepherds. I've always had a German Shepherd, and they're also big dogs. So I couldn't decide between if I wanted to be a husky or a German Shepherd. But then I remembered how much I don't stop talking and how much I talk too much. And I was like, you know what? It's probably best if I go with the husky brand, because I think a husky's personality matches my personality a lot more than a German Shepherd does. And I don't think I have Golden Retriever energy. I don't. Golden Retriever is a very specific kind of energy, and I don't have that. That's why. You're a real one for that? Scotty too. The one who wins a fight is the one who's more locked in. Hey, I could win a fight, probably. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, Kotori. I would have to play dirty though. Like, I wouldn't be fist fighting. I got long nails. I have long nails. I could literally just scratch you. Like, if I had to fight somebody, I would not fight fair. I would literally scratch them as hard as I could. I would scratch them as hard as I can until they fall on the floor because it hurts so much. That's what I would do. German mention? I said German Shepherd, not the language. You're more of a husky? Thank you. Thank you, yeah. I feel like I give husky energy more than any other kind of dog. So I think I picked pretty well when designing my model. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, Adam. You were able to tank damage? I was a violent child. Welcome, Puppy Parade, Adam on Twitch too. I was a very very violent child. It got bad. My dad literally had to clip my nails. Like, yeah, I was a real. I'm a puppy IRL too, y'all. My dad had to clip my nails because I kept scratching people too much. Literally, I scratched out my brother so many times. I would like tackle him, I would tackle him, use all my force and jump on him, and then start scratching at his face. I did that all the time, like all the time. It got to the point where my brother was really good at counteracting that. See, he was a lot taller than me. He's very tall and he's very lanky. Even when he was growing up, he was like super tall and lanky. So what would he do? He would use that length. So I was not smart enough to scratch at anything except for his face. I was only locked onto his face. So all he had to do to stop me from like attacking him was to like grab my shoulders and then just hold me back, because I wasn't smart enough to like scratch at his arms or scratch at a part that I couldn't reach. No, I only scratched at his face. When I tell you I was aggressive as a child, and I was aggressive. I was aggressive. Like, if I knew that what I did wasn't going to seriously hurt someone. Like, for example, I wouldn't. So, for example, like something that might seriously hurt someone, I wouldn't do. Like, I felt bad if I pushed my what? What? What just happened? I'm sorry, Twitch is being stinky right now. There's supposed to be an ad break coming on, and it randomly went. Ads are being snoozed. For what? What triggered that? I mean, it's whatever. Sure, no. Yeah, the pre-roll thing stopped. What is going on? Oh, maybe it knew that was about to happen. Thanks for the raid. Maybe that's why I got snoozed. I was predicting the future. Thanks for the raid, Hito. How are you? Also, I see everything. Was that a bad statement? What was it? It was too no brain? Also, hey, Corey. How are you? Corey, hey, Kenshi Kid. Let me shout out. Husky Hito. Yeah, that's what caused the ad break to get snoozed. I was like, what happened to the ad break? Oh, someone already shouted him out. I'm so stupid. Y'all doing a good job as being mods, and I ain't doing a good job being a streamer, man. But yeah, I was just talking about how aggressive I was as a child. Yeah, I used to tackle my brother and like scratch at his head at his face, to the point where my dad every single week would sit down and like have to clip my nails as short as he possibly could. And I'm pretty sure that's why now I don't like nail clippers at all. Like, do not touch my nails. Do not touch that. Like, that's one of my pet peeves. Do not touch my nails. I much rather like pull a nail off, break a nail off myself, or like bite the nail off than like, I'm sure you're gonna call me weird for that, but I much rather do that than have a nail clipper. And it probably stems from the fact that my dad used to like hold me still and clip my fingernails because I was too violent. But like it makes sense, right? Like that's a valid thing to do, right? If my child was scratching people, I also would cut their nails. That's valid. But at the same time, now I don't like it when people clip my nails, and they will be very long, and I would beat somebody up. Anyways, Husky, how are you? What'd you do? What'd you play? Official gremlin? Heck yeah. Did you ban 6'7" in your class? No, but I did tell my kids that 6'7". I told them 6'7" is a bad word. Don't say that. And now the kids fight each other a bit. Someone would go 6'7", they're like, no, you can't say that. Miss Cyan said it's a bad word. You can't say that. It's funny. I love that. Little early morning pink gameplay. Yeah, I said pink. Pink. I've only played that game one time, and we made it to the last volcano area place, and we died there, so we never beat it. But we got really, really far in one stream. But yeah, I was so bad as a kid. I was so violent as a kid to the point where my dad thought that he was going to have to constantly, like, he thought that I was going to be a problem when I went to kindergarten. I was like, hey, Mafu, I don't think I said hi. He thought that, like, I was going to go there and start beating up the other kids and attacking them the way I would attack my siblings. Like, I got mad at my sister once, and my dad said that I pulled her earring out of her ear, which, welcome to the puppy parade legend, which I know that I did it, but I don't think I did it on purpose, because I remember feeling really bad about that, and everyone being like, oh, she did this to me, she did that on purpose. But I remember it being an accident. Like, I think I was like trying to reach for something that was like in her hair, and then I kind of fell a little bit, and instead I ended up grabbing her earring and pulling on it. Yeah, I remember, like, I just remember it like not being on purpose, but I remember, like, I know my sister said it was on purpose, and my dad was like, you did this to her on purpose, but I specifically remember that memory as like I didn't mean to, and then crying because I felt bad. And they kept saying, you're just crying because you're getting in trouble. I was like, no, I genuinely felt bad. There was that time I pushed my brother down the stairs, though. Then I cried afterwards because I felt bad about it. I felt really guilty. I was like, I shouldn't have pushed her down them stairs, man. Shouldn't have pushed him down the stairs, but like it is what it is. He probably did something that made me angry. Don't make me angry and you won't end up on the floor. Easy, simple. But my friends are a little stupid for finding 6'7" funny. If people find it funny, I don't think it's a fun. Is it a funny thing? When people go like 6'7", I just assume that it's more like a welcome to the puppy parade game. I assume it's more like a verbal stim than anything else, like something that that's just fun to say as opposed to something that's like actually funny. Down the stairs is crazy. Is that crazy? Okay, let me give you context first. The stairs in my house are really small. There's only like 6 steps and they're really close together. Like the house, like it's like 6 steps downstairs and then there's another set of stairs to go upstairs. It's 6 steps as well. They're really small. They're like small. It's not the size of a normal staircase, okay? So yes, I did push my little brother down the stairs that one time, but it wasn't that bad. The stairs are carpeted and it's a really short way down, okay? He's fine. Anyways, there's going to be an ad break in 10 seconds. During that time, I'm going to put on the be right back screen and I'm going to go to the bathroom and take a sippy sip of water, and I encourage you to do the same. It will be 3 minutes long, okay? Okay? Be right back in 3 minutes. I'll see you guys. Be right back. And then we'll finish talking about how much of a menace I was as a child. I got more stories about that. Okay. Be right back. guys. Sorry, I came back so late. I had to fight a spider. It was scary. I went in the other room because Kotaro was letting the dog out, and I wanted to say hi to the dog before she went out to go to the bathroom and stuff. And there's a spider in there, and he started running. So I had to go find a shoe, and I had to give him the big violent whack. The only thing I'm capable of is violence, and I had to expend my extra violent energy on the spider. I don't like spiders. I'm sorry. Anyway, let me scroll up because I missed. Y'all were talking while I was gone, and also I missed messages before the thing too. So I got. Hold on. Let me. I just missed a lot of messages. Oh my gosh. After I most really beat someone up in high school, I learned how to be peaceful. Did the fight teach you peace or something? I don't know. The little one hand on the fence when you were 7, they were not. No. Y'all, I said I was violent, not murderers. I feel like those are two different sentences. I said I was a violent child before. That's not what I said. Let me see. You remind me of my little sister. She's violent AF, as in she bites me and won't stop scratching. Oh yeah, I used to bite a lot too. She's the middle child and is about 11, but she's a pain to deal with. Hey, to be fair, I've said it before in the past and I'll say it again. If I could go back in time, I would beat my brother up all over again, all right? Sometimes... What?
What's up with the violence?
If I could go back in time, I would beat my brother up all over again. I feel like I had a good reason. You know, I never attacked unprovoked. It wasn't like, oh, I want this. No, you can't have, and then I attacked. It was, you took this thing from me, you snatched it, and you won't give it back to me? Oh, you think you're bigger and stronger than me? Attack! That's what it was. Did you send me messages?
I can't call you. We don't be looking at. Go ahead and keep that on your screen. Alright, when you're streaming.
How am I supposed to keep Discord on my... Oh, wait, I have 2 monitors. Yeah, I do have 2.
You can't keep it on your screen.
I do have 2 monitors.
Because there's an emergency, I can't call you.
Did you buy me a snack?
No.
Because I didn't answer Discord, you didn't buy me snack? That's disrespectful.
I asked if you want food, so I didn't ask you.
Snack is food!
No.
He called me a goober. That's so offensive. You can't say goopers nowadays, am I right? Anyways, back to Cyan and violence, bro. When I was a kid, my brother, who was taller than me, he was stronger than me. He used to take stuff from me all the time. I'm talking all the time. I could not breathe without my brother being like, oh, I don't like how you're breathing. I'm taking your oxygen. But that's literally how it was. We'd be playing a video game, and I would struggle. It'd be my turn. We used to take turns. Like I had 30 minutes, then you have 30 minutes, and we'd watch the clock. But he would have his turn, and then as soon as I would have my turn, right, I might struggle on one part or something. Like, you know, I can't make this one jump, or I played the game the way I wanted to, which was usually running around and exploring instead of like doing what you're actually supposed to be doing in the game. But it's my 30-minute turns. Who cares how I'm playing? But he would still snatch that thing out of my hands. Out of my hands. He would snatch it out of my hands. And on the and he would, and then he wouldn't give it back. And he was stronger than me, so I couldn't get it back the normal way, but right? Like I can't, hey Saber, I can't get it back from him through peaceful means. That's not possible. He's stronger than me. So what do? You tackle them and you scratch their face off. Then you can have it. Then you can have what you're supposed to have. They too are just saying hi there, streamers. Hi, hey Saber, and hey narrator. So yes, I was a violent child as a child. However, I don't regret being a violent child. I don't regret it at all towards my brother because it was the only way for him to put me on equal footing, yeah? He's stronger than me, so I can't just take it back. But if I scratch him, he'll give it back to me. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I used to be really good at throwing stuff too. I used to have really good aim. When I was younger, I used to have really good aim. Like if I wanted something to land somewhere, it would. Like I hardly miss when I tried to like throw a piece of paper in a trash can and stuff. And when I tried like basketball in middle school for like gym class, I did pretty good at it. Anyways, I was really good at aiming stuff. So you know what I did? I would aim that remote right at my brother's forehead when he would get mad at me. I would be like, give me the controller back. And he'd be like, no, you're not doing it right. So I'll do it for you. And I'm like, I want to do it. It's my turn. He's like, well, it's my turn now. And I would grab the remote for the TV and I would chuck that thing at his forehead. It didn't matter where he was in the room. No matter if he was on the side of the room, if he was right next to me, it didn't matter. Right on his forehead. Right on his forehead. It was great. Anyways, hey guys. Hey beauty, what are you doing today? Talking about how violent I am. Talking about I'm a attack dog. But only to my brother. So my parents thought, because I was so violent to my siblings, right? They were convinced that they were gonna, when I started kindergarten, that I was going to like be an absolute menace. Fun fact, I have anxiety. And they learned that really quickly when I went to school, because I went in the classroom and I was the most helpful, quiet, respectful student ever. I liked being praised by adults. I only cared about the adults. I actually didn't care about students. I was one of those kids that liked to hang out with adults and didn't really care to hang out with the other kids. So I would always like hang around the teacher whenever I could, you know. Even during recess sometime, I just hang out with the teacher. And I was so kind and respectful and so nice and so quiet because I have anxiety. I'm not daring enough to throw a remote at someone. That's scary, you know, that's really scary. And I don't want to be scared. So I just simply didn't. Average big sis and brother relationship? Maybe, I don't know. Twitchbot protection system is just cursed. Why can't I get points with both accounts? Crazy. First time I chose peace was when someone took my seat and said, what are you going to do about it? And I said, ask you nicely again. It actually worked. Really surprised me. You know, I actually learned in college that like niceness is also just as effective as like, yeah, I mean, I could like throw a remote at your forehead, right? But also I learned that being nice is actually just as effective. Is just as effective as not. Because when I was in college, right, I dropped out of my college marching band. Fun fact, yes, I'm a marching band Vtuber. I did drop out of my college marching band, but it was because of the people. So I did all 4 years of marching band in high school, and then I got to college and I did like 2 years, and then I didn't want to go back because the people in that band were so toxic and so mean. In particular, the trombone section. I played trumpet. The trombone section was like entirely filled with mean people. I was like, how do you even find this many mean people to put in one section, right? But all the trombones were really, really mean and really, really angry, right? So what I would do is every time I heard them like talking trash, because they were always talking about somebody. And they were talking about the trumpet sections and the people in the trumpet section a lot. They were so fixated with us for some reason. They were always talking bad about the trumpets. Oh, trumpets do this, trumpets do that. Oh, Cyan's not doing this. Oh, the person next to Cyan's not doing that. So whenever I'd hear them talking trash about me or my section, I would turn around out of nowhere and I'd be like, hey, how are you? And I give them a big smile. And they would be like, oh, you know, they caught off guard because they're literally talking about you, and now you're turning around and saying hi to them. People don't know what to do when you're nice to them when they're talking trash to you. You should try that, by the way. Yeah, they'd be like, man, I hate Cyan. Cyan's so bad at playing her instrument, and then I'll cut them off. Hey, how are you? We're good. Yeah, we're doing just good. Okay. I hope you have a good day today. Oh, yeah, you too. And then you turn back around, and you know how people do they little side eye, and they look at each other and they smile like, uh-oh, she caught us. But I did that every single time that they did that, to the point where they stopped talking trash. It literally, every single day they talk trash, they stopped doing it. Because at some point, because I knew I was gonna like turn around and acknowledge it, and they felt awkward about it, I guess. They literally stopped talking trash. Just because I would cut them off every single time. And it turned into them actually saying nice things. Like, man, we like Cyan. Cyan's pretty cool. Yeah, because they knew I was listening and I thought it was funny. So I don't know. If you're nice to somebody who's mean, sometimes it'll just backfire. Especially if they're actively being mean and you're nice to them. If you're nice to somebody while they're being mean, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Like if someone's trying to talk trash to you and you're just like, I hope you have a good day, they're gonna be like, I just said mean things to you. Yeah. But I do hope you have a great day. You know what I mean? Hey, Taco! How are you? 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 I'm sorry. I'm like, you cute. Thanks. Ah ha ha ha. He called me a cutie. What the heck is going on? I don't know. I don't know libertarian. I don't know what's going on. I never do. I never do. But you know what? You're right. Bro said the best way to deal with spiders is with a gun. I personally am a flamethrower connoisseur myself. You know, a spider gets in the house and you gotta. We've been having a lot of black widows nearby, and it's really scary. I don't like that. It wasn't a black widow this time, but there hasn't a lot of black widows making their homes along the side of my house, and I don't want to go outside one day and die. Yeah, that's not on my bucket list. Death by spider is not it. And yeah, I know like people don't die from like black widows like that, right? You mostly just feel really bad and then have to go to the hospital. But like, I don't want to be in excruciating pain. So you're lactose intolerant. Did you eat ice cream? Did you eat ice cream? Also, I'm not hyper today. I'm hyper every day. You're a Kira. Hello, Kiba. How are you? And not only am I Kira, you're the Kira. You're the special Kira. You drank 1 liter of milk. Why? Why did you do that? Why did you? Was it not even a milkshake? Was it at least like a good milkshake? You're also God of the New World. Oh no! You gonna write me on my life on your life note? Yeah, keep me alive forever, y'all. I like bugs besides wasps. Am I a psycho? Some people like bugs. I don't like bugs. Milk be peak? It's not though. Straight milk. I don't like milk. I will not drink milk. I don't like milk. I'll like I can have milk products. Like I'll drink a milkshake if there's some other good stuff put in the milkshake. But you're not going to catch me just having like a vanilla milkshake or something. It's got to be a special kind of milkshake. Like there's this one place that I go to and it has like a unicorn milkshake and it's very cute and it's very colorful and it's very delicious. It's delicioso, you know. What do you drink? Water? Juice? Soda. That's it. I don't drink tea. I don't drink coffee. I'll get specialized milkshakes, but they ain't no basic. You don't catch me drinking like a vanilla milkshake, strawberry milkshake, nothing. It's gotta be like some diabolically like overly sugary thing. Water is tasty. Okay, I almost misread that as water is nasty, and I got really concerned. Yes, water is tasty. I had a friend who from college who didn't drink water at all. None. She would only drink sodas and juices, but mostly sodas. And I'm like, how are you alive? She would all day long. She would eat like gummy bears and like chips and stuff, and then she would only drink sodas, not even water. And I'm like, I don't understand how you're alive right now. Like you're eating, and then when she would eat real food, not even real food, she'd eat like microwavables, like cup of noodles and stuff. I'm like, you can do like one of those things. I feel like once you combine all of the above is a problem. Like you mean to tell me you're only eating like cup of noodles and stuff and Hot Pockets, and you're eating gummies every day, and you're eating chips every day, and you don't drink water? I feel like you gotta have one or the above, you know? You can only have 1 or 2 of those options. You can't have all 4. What about chocolate milk? I don't like chocolate. I'm a dog, okay? I can't have chocolate. If I have chocolate, I'll die. I don't like chocolate. I don't like chocolate unless it is in candy bar form. I will eat a chocolate bar. I will not drink chocolate milk. I won't drink hot chocolate. I won't eat chocolate ice cream. I won't eat chocolate cake. It can only be in candy bar form while I eat chocolate, or a cookie. It could be chocolate chip cookie, but it can't be like a cookie that's all chocolate. Like it has to just have a little bit of chocolate chips. Those chocolate chip cookies that are like 90% chocolate chip and like 2% actual cookie, those one I don't eat. But like if it's only a little bit of chocolate chips and a chocolate chip cookie, then it's, yeah. I went to my friends about how I found a black widow in my garage, and I found it really concerned that they didn't know what it was. A black widow. Black widows are like Spider-Man spiders, bro. Like the way they be looking, they're kind of cool looking, right? Look at the puppy parade stars. They're really cool looking, but like, that's it. End of sentence. They're cool looking. You'll also die. So I mean, there's that. There's black widows. There's only two big poisonous spiders I know. It's just black widow and I know brown recluse. That's it. That's the only two I really know of. I know there's more, but I just assume a spider is poisonous before I assume it's not. So every spider, I make sure I'm at a very far distance, and I make sure that I don't touch them, because I don't know all the kinds of poisonous ones. I only know two of the bigger ones, but that's it. Yes, we all know that sparkling water is the best. I love sparkling water. However, I have to stop drinking it. Sparkling water is carbonated. And as someone who has had a long history of acid reflux, excuse me, I'm burping a lot, has a long history of acid reflux, I have drinking sparkling water was not good for me. I could not figure out what was causing my stomach to hurt so much until I stopped drinking sparkling water, and I was like, wow, it was the sparkling water. It tastes so good. It's my favorite, but I can't drink it. Now I get it like every now and then as a like treat, as opposed to before when I would drink sparkling water almost every day. Do not drink sparkling water every day, guys. You might explode. Sorry. Fact about me, I drink one specific yogurt almost every day since 5 months, and I hate eating potatoes, tomatoes, cucumbers, and etc. I get the same vitamins from the yogurt, and somehow I have strong immunity. I have a weak immunity, bro. I be taking vitamins every day. As for what I eat, I don't know. I don't be eating much. You have a pet huntsman spider? Those are those big ones, right? Like the really big, like tarantula-like spiders, right? I went to a reptile convention not too long ago. Well, actually, it's about a year ago, to be honest. About a year ago. There's a reptile convention that like teachers get in for free. Like you don't have to pay for teachers. It's the weird thing for there to be a teacher discount on. Like that is like one of the few events that I've seen like teachers have a discount on, and it's on a stupid reptile convention. Like for what? For what? I keep hearing about like these teacher discounts like everywhere, but I can never find them. Like people are like, oh, there's so many things are discounted for teachers. Oh, if you're a teacher, you can discount it. Where? No one ever advertises those discounts. Even like even for example, like big companies like AT&T, like the internet peoples. Hey princess, they have I say princess, I'm like, I can't read. Hey professor Aether. They have discounts for teachers. You just have to go looking for it. A lot of places have discounts for teachers. You just really, really, really have to look for it. Like they are hidden, they are buried, they are hard to come by, but a lot of places do have them. As to how you find it, I don't know, man. You gotta find it either usually through word of mouth, or explicitly typing into Google teacher discount and then location. But a lot of places have teacher discounts. I keep hearing that there's so many during the summer too. Like, oh, summer is just when everything's discounted for teachers, and I'm like, what is everything? Because I haven't seen anything. I don't know. Might finish the Salt and Black Pepper song revamp this week. Yeah. You might have to change the lyrics a little bit though. I ain't gonna be a marching band dog in like 2 or 3 weeks from now. Let me look at the calendar. It's probably more like 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, probably in about 3 weeks from now. I haven't picked a specific date, but it will be the week of November 16th. It has to be. It's probably gonna be something in there when I do my rebrand. It really just depends on how long it takes for me to get everything back. Right now I'm on track for everything for my rebrand to be ready by right now I'm on track for everything for my rebrand to be ready by probably around the 11th, I think, at the latest. Everything should be done. I believe everything I've commissioned, the due dates are way before then. So everything should be ready by November 11th. Welcome, what are you gonna say instead of welcome to the puppy parade? I mean, all I can say would be like, welcome to my classroom, right? Like, welcome to science class. Either welcome to science class or welcome to my classroom. You know, that's really it. It's going to be a puppy classroom instead of a puppy parade. However, puppy classroom, it doesn't have that alliteration, you know. It doesn't feel the same as saying puppy parade did. So we gonna work on it. We gonna work on it. But I am rebranding to teacher dog. I actually got back a lot of stuff today. How are you supposed to rhyme with that? Class. I mean, you can throw in like a singular curse word in there. There's a word that rhymes with class. There's a word that rhymes with that now. I'll say. Oh, we got brass. You know, when I'm not teaching class, I'm playing brass. I don't know. I still play trumpet. That's a brass instrument. I don't know. Oh, we got glass. Yeah. When I can't see, so I gotta wear my glass. Yeah, I don't know. See, this is why I don't make lyric. Oh, canine class. Ooh, y'all hear that? Canine class. Oh. Welcome to the canine class. Oh, Panda, write that down. Write it down. Write that down. Ooh, that's a good one. I like it. It's got that alliteration in it. Welcome to the canine class. It's class for the doggos. Yeah, that's it right there, y'all. That's it. No longer will be the puppy parade. It'll be the canine class. Class for doggos. Dog class. Okay, sure. Yeah, right there. There you go. Can you work with that, Panda? Do you wear 3-inch thick glasses? I do. Baloney balls? What does that mean? Also, hey Stack, how are you? I do wear really thick glasses. I have really bad eyesight. My new rebranded design will have the glasses in it. It'll reflect a bit more how I look IRL. I do wear glasses all the time. I do wear contacts sometimes. However, I can't right now because the contacts that I have aren't very well fitted, so it like irritates my right eye. So I wore them for like a week or two, and then I was like, I can't wear this anymore because they keep hurting. I have to get them like readjusted if I wanted to wear contacts again. So I've been wearing glasses most of the time. My catchphrase whenever I enter a stream, yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. Lass. Oh yeah, I'm a sweet little lass, you know? Yeah, I'm a sweet little lass. Black widows are about 50 times as venomous as rattlesnakes. Are they? But they're so tiny. You have 2-pound glasses. Oh yeah, they're thick. They're real big, real thick. I'm gonna put them on a scale, see how much they weigh. Y'all should have seen my pair. I put it in the Discord, like dropped the image in the Discord a long time ago sometimes. Hey dragons. I wish I had to track down the image. I don't know like where it is. But they gave me a pair of glasses without lens reduction. So if you don't know, there's a process that you can do called lens reduction, and they literally just make the lenses for glasses with super high prescription. They make it thinner, right? They did not reduce the lens like size on the first pair of glasses that they gave me when I went to this glasses place. And oh my gosh, seeing my prescription without the extra lens reduction that I always got, I was about to cry. I told those people, I said, I cannot leave the store with these glasses. They were like, you don't want to, well, you can hold on to them just in case you're going to wear them. I said, just in case, I'm not wearing these. I'm not going to wear these. I look stupid. And they were like, I think they look good. And I was like, really? You think these look, I was so bad. I was so mad. I said, just take them away from me. Give them to someone else who needs them. Because that's what they do. If you give them like glasses that aren't correct, they donate it. So give them to someone who needs them. I don't want to look stupid. So You can see someone's future? No, I can just see in front of me with those glasses. Now you might be able to see someone's future if you put them on. Ooh, is another pup joins the classroom? Ooh, that's cute. Another pup joins the classroom. The K9 class. Hold on. I gotta write this stuff down. Yeah, I'm gonna write this stuff down. We got K9 class, right? We got K9 class. I can't. How do you spell K9 again? I forgot. And that don't look right, but I'm gonna type it. And then the message that pops up on screen when someone follows could be another pup joined the class. Join the class. Another pup joined the class. Another pup has joined the class. There we go. Yeah, y'all helping me my rebrand. Rebrand gonna be epic. It's gonna be so cute. I hope you guys like it. I really do like the new outfit. I like it a ton, and it wasn't designed by me, so you might actually know that it's a teacher, you know, because I designed the marching band outfit. People were like, "That's marching band?" I'm like, "Yeah." It wasn't designed by me this time, so now it'll probably be better for that. It's probably better for that. It could be a lot more specific. Y'all saying animal fun facts? No, we're just trying to I'm rebranding from marching band dog to Vtuber dog. I said Vtuber dog to teacher dog. Since I'm a kindergarten teacher and I talk about it so much on stream, I have like so many like kindergarten like stories that I share all the time that at this point it doesn't make sense for me to not be like a kindergarten teacher VTuber. So that I'm rebranding. I got you got a good one? Okay, lay it on us. I got I've been getting sketches back, so I got a sketch of the new classroom. I'm getting a classroom background made, little kindergarten classroom. It's gonna be so cute. I really liked the sketch a lot. I loved it. Welcome to the Puppet Parade, Reap. You found my glasses, did you? Where is it? Oh my gosh, you did find the image of the glasses. Yeah, there it is. In main chat. They gave me glasses without reducing the lens size. So the lens were like pouring out of the frame, and I was like, guys, I can't wear this. I'm gonna look so stupid. I look so stupid. Do you need help carrying them? Yeah, they gonna need help. Them things are big. They're massive. You're in the marching band? Me too. I played the trombone. It was such a good time. You know, I just finished telling a story like 30 minutes ago about how the trombone section in my band was the meanest section in the whole band. I played trumpet, and the trombone section in my band hated us. They hated the trumpets. I was like, bro, I didn't even do nothing. Why you hating me? And then they can turn around and were like, Cyan, you're real nice. You should be in our section. I was like, now you listen here. Y'all been talking trash about trumpets this whole time, and then you gonna ask a trumpet to join your section. I had a lot of people asking me to join their sections, though. I did. People said they liked my spirit, basically. They liked my spirited energy, and like, we want her to join the band. We want her to. I had not join the band, join our section. I had trombones asking me to join their section, and I had the mellophones. The mellophones really wanted me to join the section. The section leader literally would like trying to bribe me. He was like, okay, if you join the section, I'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do this. Like, come on, join the section. Come on, you gotta join the mellophones. If you join the mellophones, I promise you that we'll all be nice and we'll do this. Like, he was like, they're trying to bribe me so bad. Boom, boom, boom. Hear that? For me, the trombone section was the most fun section of my band. I'm pretty chill. I heard that. I hear that in most bands, the trombone sections are like usually like the more like chill, relaxing, fun guys. The trombone section at my band was really weird because not only were they like super mean all the time, they were also all really good at their instrument, but they were really good individually. So they were all really like amazing soloists, but when they had to do something by themselves, I mean like together as a section, they couldn't do it. They were such good soloists. Don't get me wrong. If you gave them any one of them a solo, they would rock it. They would write their own solo. It would sound amazing. But when they had to play together and try to like match each other's sounds, it did not work. So there's like 5 trombones, and it sounded like they were all competing to be like the first like most heard one. And it was such an interesting concept. I thought it was really interesting because like I don't think I've ever seen a section of such great players before that had so much trouble playing together. Like you could tell that each person wanted to be heard, you know what I mean? I don't want to feel missed out. Okay, bye Cyan. Bye Cyan. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it, friend. I do. That is very interesting. Yeah, it was really weird. I've never seen that before, and I probably won't see it again. Like, it's really bizarre. It's a bizarre situation. It's really bizarre. Usually you have like one or two people in a section that struggles too. Not in that section. Not in that section. They were all the best players. But God, could they not play together? And they thought they sounded so good because they were all good players individually. And I don't know. My musical ears were not happy when I heard them play together. Individually, yes. Together, terrible. Terrible. I used to, I went to college initially for music education. I wanted to be a band teacher. Specifically, I wanted to teach, like, elementary or middle school level bands. Which band doesn't really exist in elementary school. That's mostly, like, singing and stuff. But I wanted to do music stuff. I wanted to teach music. But the reason I switched majors to, like, just, like, normal education was because, being a music major, you had to do a thing called like recital hour or whatever, where like every like semester for 0 credit hours, right? It doesn't count towards your credits at all. For 0 credit hours, you have to come to like the auditorium or wherever you like meet, and like you have to watch your classmates perform or you perform. And every semester after your freshman year, you have to put on a performance. Every semester in the auditorium for all the other music majors to watch and listen to, and with all the teachers present grading you. So every semester you had to perform on stage in front of all the other musicians in the entire school and get graded on it. It was scary. You know, it's one thing. Well, first of all, I don't like performing in front of people, period, right? It's one thing to perform in front of a random class, right? All right, like a random group of people, because most people can hear the worst music playing ever and be like, wow, that sounds good. My mom's like that, for example. We'll walk by some guy playing music on like the street or something, and I'll be like, man, that sounded really bad, bro. Like, missed every note. And my mom be like, really? I thought it sounded really good. You know, so it's different. It's like playing someone who's not like playing to a random crowd of people. You're probably gonna have a few musicians that's gonna know what they're doing, but most people, the average person doesn't. They're gonna think anything sounds pretty good. And then, but going on stage in front of all the music majors, all these people who are studying music in the entire school, that is the worst thing ever. I switched majors before that even happened. I heard about that. They said next semester you're gonna do that. I said next semester I gotta do what? Next semester I have to do, huh? When I tell you I switched majors so fast, I said I'm not doing that every semester. Okay, bye, Weeb. Bye, Libertarian. Bye-bye for a little bit. 0 credit hours is crazy. Not even 1. No. Welcome to the puppy parade, Nikki. The weird thing about being a music major that like really deters people from doing it in the first place is the fact that there's so many 1 and 0 credit hour classes. Like 0 credit hours? How do you have a class that you have to show up to and don't receive credit for? Like, explain. Genuinely explain. How is the class 0 credits? It's 1 hour long. That's 1 credit, right? No, it's 0. So you're not even receive credit for it. It's just you come and you show up and you pass, or you don't show up and you fail. That's how that credit class goes. And if you quote unquote fail, guess it won't affect your GPA because it's a 0, but they literally will not let you graduate. They'll be like, oh, well, you didn't complete the 0 credit hour class, so you can't graduate, basically. So no one won't affect your GPA if you failed it. However, you won't graduate if you don't have every semester filled out with showing up to these stupid 0 credit class. But yeah, being a music major for my first year, it's a lot of 1 credit hour classes. A lot of 1 credit hour classes. I had like 9 classes in college my first semester. And you know, most people don't have that many. I think max you might end up with like, what, the average like credit hours is like 15. That's like what, like 5, maybe 3 credit hour classes. I had like 9 or 10 classes because I had that 0 credit hour class. I had my normal 3 credit hour classes for like the gen ed stuff that I had to do, and then I had a million 1 credit hour class. I had trumpet lessons, that was considered 1 credit hour. I had ear training class, that was 1 credit hour. I had music theory, that was 1 credit. I was in the band, that was 1 credit. I had recital hour, that was 0 credit. Like you have so many classes. But because you have so many short classes, what I would always do is I would always try to schedule them on every day that wasn't Friday. So like on Thursday I had 1 class to go to, and then Friday I'd have 0. I would just schedule all of my classes on like 1 or 2 days. And I'd be free, and I miss that. I really do. I miss college because college gave me a lot of free time. I miss being able to make my schedule that way. Then I switched majors, and I still was able to get Fridays off for my new major that I had. And I switched to general education. And now I'm a kindergarten teacher. Yippee! Dang, Sayu, you still here? You said bye like 10 times. Go to sleep. You gotta go to bed, right? That's what the issue is. Go to bed. Hey, Krane, how are you? Good night, friend. Oh, you want to say something? Okay, what do you want to say, Sayu? You gotta go to bed, though. It's late for you, yeah? With the time zone differences, like 1 in the morning or something, ain't it? Like, I'd be waking up and you'd be like, I wake up in the morning and you're like, man, my day was so long. And I'm like, oh. So, yeah, I do miss college sometimes. So I do miss college sometimes. Oh, guys, I forgot to say, you guys ever heard of Vupe chat? Can you say happy birthday to me? Oh, I can. I got you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sayu. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Now go to sleep, you sleepyhead. Go to sleep. Is the age 13 okay too? Cause no, I will leave. Yes, of course. 13 and up. The plus means 13 and up. So 13's the minimum. You're 13, you can be here. We're wholesome around these parts. Wholesome, wholesome, wholesome. Wholesome, wholesome, wholesome. Hey, Shadow Star. You're like the 3rd shadow person who's been in chat today. 3rd shadow person. Okay, now good night. Okay, good night, Sayu. You guys ever heard of Vupe chat? So Vupe chat is like a what's the word I'm looking for? Vupe chat is Omegle. You ever heard of you guys know Omegle, right? Like you meet up with like random people on Omegle. On Omegle, like it puts you in a random lobby with the I said lobby. It puts you in a little voice chat with a random person, and then you can like skip that person or you can continue talking to them. Omegle. Vupe chat is a Vtuber version of an Omegle. So like it's all Vtubers on that platform, so you can like talk to other Vtubers and network and stuff. Well, today on Twitter, Rame, my Vtuber group that I own, we announced that we're going to be doing a Vupe chat takeover, including myself. So we're going to be hanging out on Vupe chat, and hopefully you get mixed and matched with us. Yeah. If you joined us, you can get mixed and matched. It's called Vupe chat. It's a really cute concept. I started following them when they first started like advertising their little platform, and now they're a lot bigger now. They've gotten a lot bigger streamers pop up on Vupe chat. I think even Iron Mouse was on there one day meeting a bunch of people. So you never know who you're gonna get paired up with. How you spell it? You spell it like this. Here, let me type it. Vupe chat. Spell it like that. It's Vupe chat. The Shadow Army and Panda Army must fight now, and the Army. We got 2 people named Army. Yeah, the Army. Don't forget about that one. So yeah, Rame, my VTuber group, all our people, not all of them. I think most people opted in for it. Most people will be doing the Vupe chat. It's like 2 I think it's Sundays. I think it's 2 Sundays from now. It's in November. It's in November, November. I'm excited. I'm also nervous though. Cause I mean, y'all know me. I'm a little introverted. I'm a little shy. I'm a shy girl. And I'm going to be like getting randomly matched with a bunch of like random people. That is so scary to me. I almost didn't agree to do it, but I was like, cause I like the idea of it, but I wasn't sure about the idea of me doing it. But honestly, thinking back on it, like I was like, well, I am like the leader. I'm the owner of the VTuber group. I would feel weird hosting like, with us having this like huge major event without like the person in charge like being present there. I don't know. It just felt weird. So I was like, sure, I'll do Vupe chat. So hopefully it goes well. Thank you, Shadow. And hopefully I'm not super nervous, right? Or hopefully I'm not too socially awkward. I don't know. I can be very socially awkward. Or I can say something random and like the randomness goes somewhere far. I've always been a good yapper. So hopefully that carries on throughout there and I don't get too nervous. If I get nervous and I stop being a yapper. But I've always been a good yapper because I'm really good at taking one keyword and turning it into an entire talk. I'm really good at doing that. Like I'm like, okay, I said this one thing, time to talk about it for the next hour. So, I mean, that's what I'm very good at doing. Also, another update that I haven't mentioned yet too. My VTuber group Rame, we also are hosting a concert as well. It's a winter concert. We're going to raise money for Toys for Tots, okay? And I'm going to be the host of it. Again, I'm the owner. I'm going to be the host of it. But I'm also going to be performing in said concert. And I've been working really hard to make the perfect song cover for you guys. I do have a few. Also, hi Milo. I do have a few song covers on YouTube. But, I mean, the ones that I have, I never put that much effort into it. I mean, I sung it. I got it, like pitch corrected so I don't sound bad. And then I just kind of mash it together and that's it. But this time I'm paying for, like, someone to do, like, mixing and mastering and to make it sound really good. I bought, like, this really pretty sparkling, like, got this, like, cute little background be singing in front of. So hopefully this sounds a lot more professional and good than the other one. So you're a singer? Not necessarily. Can I sing? I think I'm okay at singing. Would I call myself a singer? No. I would love to be a singer. However, I can't be a teacher and sing at the same time. Being a teacher puts a lot of strain on my voice as I do have to project my voice for 8 hours every day. So throughout the school year, actually, I find that my throat gets sore from talking all the time. My voice is a lot more raspier, so it's hard for me to sing properly. And then during the summer, when I'm not like teaching anymore, my voice comes back. It sounds so clear. It becomes a good thing. So I can't really, as much as I would love to like go into singing, I can't do that with the job I currently have. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be projecting my voice all day and then go home and start singing and then start streaming. Because even when I do these just chatting streams, my throat's bothering me right now. Because I talk all day for my job and then I come home and I talk some more. Hey, Thomas, you okay? And I talk some more, so my throat gets kind of irritated a bit. Plus, I got acid reflux sometimes. It's not a good combination. But I've learned to take lots of sips of water. And I always got water on me now, which helps a lot. And my voice hurt. This is Kobe Roman, but I changed it to what it is now, and I can have 50 more days until I change it back. Oh, okay. Okay, so you're Kobe. I know you. Okay, I know you. Do you have to yell at your class? I mean, you're always going to have to yell here and there. I don't yell, like, all the time or, like, every day. But, I mean, sometimes you do have to raise your voice because sometimes the kids are louder than you. You get a class of, like, 17 kids. Eventually, they're going to be too loud and you guys be like, hey, you're too loud, so they can hear you. I mean, you do gotta protect your voice. You gotta project your voice. Protect it too, but you gotta project it. I I don't yell at my class unless they do something I'm really not supposed to. I did fuss at one of the students yesterday, and my entire class got quiet though. I did. Your mom's so cute. I hope you have a good stream. Oh, thank you, Marian. Mario Nam. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I did have to. Yeah, in my classroom, I don't have to yell very much. I did fuss at a kid yesterday, though. Welcome to the puppy parade. I fussed at him because I don't know what's going on with him, but as the school year goes on, he's becoming more and more destructive. Like, in the beginning of the year, he was like kind of peeling the little papers off of the crayons, you know. That's a whatever. I would just force him to clean up off the floor. Like, hey, you've been ripping these crayons up. Clean all of that off the floor. Because I gave all the kids their own sets of crayons and stuff this year. So my thing is, if you're gonna rip your stuff up and you want it to look bad, then that's on you. You know, I'm not giving you any more crayons. Basically, I gave all my kids their own stuff, so they're accountable for their own stuff. But it's getting worse. Like, he used to just rip the crayons off, but then he would, if I give him like an expo marker to write something, he'll start writing on everything else, like his name tag. He'll write on like the back of a card I gave him that he's not supposed to write on. All these things he did yesterday, by the way. He had his eraser. I gave all the kids a big eraser for when like the small pencil erasers ran out. Guess what he did? He started writing on it and then started ripping it up. And then in the same breath, welcome to the puppy parade, the same day, he started poking holes in the plastic part of your pencil pouch. Because they have like the flat pencil pouch, not the big blocky ones. And I'm like, why would you poke a hole in that? Who's ever thought about poking holes in pencil pouches? What? That was a new one for me. Yeah, I was yelling at him by the end of the day. I was like, you've literally destroyed every single thing I gave you today. I was like, every single thing. Erasers, crayons. He been pulling the back part of the pencils off. I told him, I said, you are going to be the only child in this whole class who has to come to me every time you want something. Oh, you want scissors? Nope, it's not in your pencil pouch. You don't have one. You have to come to me for it. Oh, you want glue? You have to come to me for it. I told him that. I said, you're going to be the only kid who got to come for me for everything. And I said, and if I don't feel like giving it to you, because maybe you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then you're not going to get it. I was so irritated. I'm like, why is this boy over there breaking everything? He's pulling his name tag off his desk. Like, what's the problem? Why are we doing that? I don't think other teachers could put up with me in my class. Put up with my AG class? What's AG? My mom is ordering Chinese food. I'm getting my sweet and sour chicken. Oh, I like sweet and sour chicken. Give me some. How's my favorite dog doing? I'm okay. What's the dog doing? The dog is having fun. But yeah, I did have a fuss in my kid. I think that was the last time I yelled though. But also I wasn't at work from Tuesday to Thursday with the stomach. I was out with the stomach virus. So agricultural class, interesting. Average kindergartner experience. Yeah, but like most kids are destructive in one way, not necessarily all of the above. Like, like he was breaking pencils, crayons, erasers, his pencil pouch, the stuff on his desk. Usually kids do one of those things. Like you'll have a kid who just picks at like the tape on the desk, for example, that holding their name tag down, or they'll just peel the little pieces off the crayons. This is my first time having a kid that does all of the above. Yesterday I also had a different kid who had the big eraser. He brought it to the carpet with him and was just pulling it apart in tiny pieces. I was like, what's your problem? Why are you just sitting here with an eraser in your hand, pulling them apart into tiny pieces? It was all over the carpet. I said, you better pick that up. You never get an eraser ever again. I said, don't you ever come whining to me saying you need to erase something. Yeah, it ain't my nerves. And we barely done any work in there because of 5 or 6 people can't be quiet. Yeah, that happens. Good thing I work with kindergartners. It's not that hard to make kids quiet. Because they usually are they're extrinsically motivated in those early years. They just want something. For example, like, oh, well, you're talking, so we're not going outside. That usually works. That works. Oh, well, I was going to have us play with Play-Doh, but since we're going to talk, I guess we'll just sit here instead. Well, that works. Oh, we can't. I'm sorry, guys. We can't play our game on the carpet because little Johnny is still talking. So I'm waiting on him. Oh, now Billy Bob is talking. I guess we can't play it. I mean, looking at the clock, we only have 5 minutes to play the game. We're gonna run out of time. Like, you know, that works enough for some kids, and some kids just don't care. Those are the kids where I say, okay, well, you're not gonna play and everyone else is gonna play. Bye. All right, so now we're gonna play a game, guys. You do that too? Crazy. Is everybody just screaming to be picked apart? I mean, at your house, maybe. Don't take somebody else's eraser and then pick it apart. It sounds like saying that you have your hands full is an understatement. I mean, they're 5 and they're 6 years old. It's going to be a handful. What school do you teach at? An elementary school, that's all I can say. I teach at an elementary school. I teach kindergarten. It's very... I mean, it's not that hard. Well, sorry. The first month of kindergarten is really hard. All the others is fine. The first month is really hard simply because of the fact that there are... You're like grown 17 kids and they've never been in school before. So, and you don't have an assistant. There's no TAs, right? You get 17 kids. You don't know their names. You don't know their faces. Probably about 10 of them don't speak English, at my school at least. Most of the kids speak Spanish, right? 10 of them don't speak English, so you don't know how to communicate with them properly. And they've never walked in a line before. They never went to go get lunch at a cafeteria. They don't know how to pick up their tray, get their milk, stuff like that. They don't know how to sit on a carpet, crisscross applesauce, and just stay put. They don't know how to sit at their desk properly. They'll try to like stand on the chairs and stuff. You hand them some scissors, they'll try to cut people's hair. They don't know how to use scissors. Hand them some glue, they'll start trying to glue the desk. They don't know how to use glue. Oh, what's that? They'll try to glue the desk. Like it's the first, I would say the first month is the worst time ever for kindergarten. After the first month is over, it's okay because you know you've taught them that like in school, business, like you mean business, you know, because a lot of parents at home spoil them, and no does not mean no to kids at home. No means I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna stomp my feet and my mom's gonna let me do it anyways. It takes them some kids have the entire first month to learn, oh, when she says no, I can't just stomp my feet like I do with my mom, and it's not gonna work. She's still not gonna let me play. And people don't realize that. Those kids don't realize that. In Australia, kindergarten and school are separate. Some states and school districts in the U.S. separate pre-K, but kindergarten, I think for the most part, at least in most states, I don't know about all of them. I think for the most part, kindergarten is part of elementary school. I do know that some pre-Ks in some places are separate, are like separate areas. Like this is a pre-K school, you know, as opposed to like tacked on to the elementary school. It depends, but that's the only thing. Kindergarten is never separate. I don't think kindergarten is ever separated in the U.S. I know pre-K is sometimes, but what did your friends say about school, Shadow? What did they say? But yeah, I try not to be absent the first month because I would never want to put that onto my nose, having to walk into the kindergarten classroom like that. Anyways, y'all, I feel like my streams are getting shorter and shorter, but I think it's about time for me to end. I think it's about time for me to end, y'all. I'm ready to go. You know why? Because I'm mostly ready to go. 'Cause I gotta do stuff. I need to get this room set up for my dog so she can like live in this house. I have trouble streaming when I have the back of my head. I know I gotta do something, and I really know that this dog needs to get situated. So I'm going to go. You feel lava mining gold? Crazy. It's just a waste of time when he doesn't even do anything in class. I mean, it depends on your school. Some schools are going to be sucky. Some teachers are going to be sucky. Some schools are going to be really fun. Some teachers are going to be really fun. It really depends. But anyways, guys, I'm going to skedaddle. I'm going to skedaddle, and we're going to raid Swallow's tea before the ad break happens, because I don't want to wait until after the ad break. And that'd be funny. I said, okay, back from ad break so I can end stream. That'd be funny. No, yeah, let's not do that. Anyways, let's start. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but you know what? Bye, y'all. Bye.